Guys, today we're jumping into HTTP and directory brute forcing. So the lab setup, I've got a Docker container running, and it's running an Apache web server. And this is the web root var www.html. I don't want to show you what's in there yet because that will spoil what's coming up. But this is our web server VM running. So if we go back to the browser and go to the IP address, and we are presented with a default Apache page, so we know it's running. So from this point, it's working out how we can find hidden files and hidden directories. So this is the project root, which I showed you earlier. This is here. So whatever's in this directory, this is where we're at. But how do we find? I mean, we could just try checking for stuff manually. So directories in websites work just the same as they do in operating systems. So if I go back a few directories, so this is the file folder. We can move into the www directory and the HTML directory, all separated with a /. It's basically the same thing. So in here we could look for, I don't know, maybe dev, see what comes back. Not found, so that means nothing's there. So we could try another popular one, admin. So admin is there. That means there's an admin folder in here somewhere, but there's nothing in it. That's fine, but obviously you don't want to be doing that for every possible word that you can think of. So there are tools we can use. Go back to the root. So built into Kali Linux is the DirBuster tool we can use. So this is a graphical tool. We will look at a terminal tool in a minute. So we put in the address we're attacking. Port, which is port 80. It's a default port. We didn't have to run an nmap scan because there's nothing fancy going on. I know it's on port 80. So that's what we specify there. Go faster for more threads. That'll make it run quicker. The word list, what we're going to use to put in place of, so after here there'll be a word. So word 1, word 2, word 3. Admin, backup. You get the idea. It'll just loop through all whatever word list we passed it. So user, share, word lists. Just go over built-in one. DirBuster, directory list small. That'll do for now. Files to look for. So it'll also look for file type. So it will put the name in front of the file type we pass. So if we say text, it will put whatever's in the list. So admin.txt, word.txt, dev.txt. We'll turn recursive off because we don't want it to. So if it does find a directory, then it will start the scan again within that directory. We can turn that off for now, it's fine. But that should be enough. If we run that, click the results tab. So there's the admin that we put in manually. And it's actually detected a robots.txt file. So we could leave this running, but I'm going to stop it. So let's go back to the site and type in robots.txt. So basically a robots.txt file is what it's used for web crawlers, so that when they come across it, it says to the crawler, disallow this, don't include this in your automated scanning. So we've got the admin directory, which we already found manually. So /backup, let's try that. No, nothing there. Old sites 2025. See, this is useful because that would never come up in a word list, or it's highly unlikely that would come up on a word list, but we'll try it. Okay, so that's valid. And we've got a notes file in here. So if we click on that, make that a bit bigger so you can see it. I've put something of interest at the web root. Maybe check for HTML files. Okay. So that's the web root. So we could come in here and we could use HTML to check for files. But let's look at a different way. Let's look at a terminal tool we can use. FFUF's a good tool. I like it. You specify -w for a word list. So that's the same word word list we used earlier. User share word list, DirBuster, directory list 2.3, small -u for the target, the same as what we put in DirBuster, http ://IP :80 for the port. And we could just do /fuzz, and what that says is for each word in this list, place it here where the fuzz key is. So if we run that as it is, that's doing the same thing. It's just looking through, looking for directories. It's found admin. Okay. But this time we can use it for files as well. So basically this, if you think this fuzz is just, it's a placeholder for the words in this list. So we could go fuzz to have the word and .text. So test it works. That's found robots that was there. So robots.txt has been found. But we're looking for HTMLs, as we got the clue from that notes file. And there we got a flag. Okay. Cancel that. Let's go back here. /flag.html. And there we go. Our nice shiny attack surface flag. So yeah, HTTP is a vast topic. This is just scratching the surface, but for directory enumeration and searching for hidden files and stuff, that's how you want to do it. So FFUF's good because it's pretty simple. And like I say, you just gotta remember that this fuzz is just a placeholder for each of these words. So if I just log out the first 40 lines, so fuzz will be index, then fuzz will be images, then fuzz will be download, then 2006, then news, then crack. So you can use it in the URL at any point. So you can also use it for, if you're looking for subdomains, you can also use it at the start. So if you had a domain name here instead of an IP address, like attack.local, you could actually put it here. So then that will check for things, well, through all the lists, then you can find some valid subdomains possibly. So I hope you found that useful. Hope you found it educational, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.